Hey, welcome to 12 Tone. Yesterday was our first birthday. 12 Tone is officially a year old. We've grown a lot in that time, both in terms of audience and video quality. We've gotten a lot better at basically every aspect of making these, and in order to keep growing, we've set up a Patreon. For those of you who don't know, Patreon is a crowdfunding site kinda like Kickstarter but for ongoing projects. You can pledge any amount per month and your support goes directly to help us make 12 Tone even better. And in return, you get things like thanks in video descriptions, behind the scenes and previews for upcoming videos, and we're even gonna host a monthly Google Hangout for some Patreon supporters as well. But that's not the important part. What really matters is how your support can help us make better content for you, so what are we planning to do with it? Well, for starters, it'll allow us to dedicate more of our time. These videos take a lot longer to make than you'd think. We have a lot of things we'd love to do if we could just give it more time. For instance, when we started, we made a series of videos about fundamental music topics like what scales, notes, and chords are. But if we're being honest, those didn't age very well. We'd love to revisit those topics with the level of skill and understanding we have now, but we don't want to do that in place of new content, so we'd like to start a second series, Music Bootcamp, which will probably go up once a month on a different day. We also want to do more Q&A videos because the one we did to celebrate 1,000 subscribers was one of the most fun videos we've ever made, but those are a lot longer than normal videos and take way more research, so again, it's a matter of time. But time isn't the only thing this will help with. There's also plenty of ways we can directly spend money to improve the channel. Of course, there's always new equipment to buy to make it look and sound better, but we also want to expand to cover more topics like music history, musicology, and even music business. But those aren't my area of expertise, so in order to make sure I'm not spreading misinformation, we'll have to bring in script consultants to help out, and that means paying people. And then there's the goal I'm most excited about. My brother and I are building an ear training app. There's plenty of resources out there, but I haven't been able to find one that does exactly what I want it to in the ways I think work best, and my brother's a programmer anyway, so we're just gonna make our own. App development is a lot of work though, especially if we're gonna make it as good as we possibly can, and we really want to put it out there for free once it's done, so we're gonna finance it through the Patreon. Which brings up an important point. If you can't support, that's totally fine. 12 Tone is gonna keep being free forever. I'll never put educational content behind a paywall because I strongly believe that no one should be denied an education just because they can't afford to pay for it. The beauty of the Patreon model is that people who have some money to spare can help support great content for everyone, and that's what we're hoping to do here. But even if you can't afford to pledge anything, you can still help out because we have one last goal, and it's not about fundraising. We'd love to do an interview show where we talk to songwriters and other people in the music industry about their processes, but in order to do that right, we need a lot of expensive equipment that we don't currently own. We could try and raise enough to buy new cameras and mics and everything, but fortunately YouTube gives us a shortcut. If we can get to 10,000 subscribers, they'll let us use the YouTube space, a dedicated film studio for online video creators which already has everything we need. So if that sounds like something you'd like to see, the best way to make that happen is to subscribe if you haven't and share our work with as many friends as possible. Finally, I'd just like to say thanks again to all of you. It's been a great first year, you've all been a huge part of that, and we're really looking forward to what the future holds. So please stick around, keep watching, commenting, and sharing, and as always, keep on rockin'.